Well, thank you guys for having me come out to talk about the opportunity to sell your home. Appreciate that. So I wanted to go over a little bit about how we're different than everyone else. So we're the Bold Real Estate Consultants within Keller Williams. We're a team within Keller Williams. Keller Williams allows us to open our own business within the brokerage itself. So on our team, we have 3 listing specialists, and what we do is we specialize in selling properties. To kind of look at you guys too, right? We have 4 buyers agents on the team who specialize in representing the buyers. You know, when we hold open houses and stuff, we have a lot of buyers that are coming in underrepresented, and they want to make sure they have someone representing them and protecting their best interest, just like you want someone protecting your interest. So our buyers agents are the ones who hold all of our open houses. We also have 2 administrative staff members that take care of all of the admin paperwork, contract to close, putting the listing in, helping us with the marketing, and then we have a professional photographer that's on staff as well. So this is just a little bit about the team and who you're going to meet through this whole process. And then the rest of this has the home selling tips throughout there and information about our team and what we do differently, okay? And yet right now that's not the most important thing that we need to go over. So I'm going to leave this with you so that you can go over that. So one of the things that we pride ourselves in as the Bold Real Estate Consultants is educating our clients on what's happening in the market and what they can expect. So that's the most important thing, in our opinion, that's going to get your home sold, is when you can make the right educated decision on what's going to cause your home to sell. Okay. So one of the first things that I want to do is show you what's happening overall right now in Brook Park. Okay. So right now you can see over the last 3 months, inventory levels have been the highest that they've been in the last 15 months. Yet, and you can see this last month, the inventory level dropped. The nice thing is that the actual properties going under contract, that activity has increased, and you can see that inventory levels that are decreasing, yet the activity is increasing. There's more properties that are selling. Okay, so when we're looking at this and comparing it compared to the previous month, inventory levels are down 10%. The number that sold is up 66%, and the number that went under contract is up 35%. Now, when we compare it to the same time last year, even though inventory levels have increased 23%, we're actually outpacing it on the sold by 33% being sold and 21% going under contract over the same time last year. So you can see that there's quite a bit of activity going on right now in Brook Park. Would you agree? Okay. So when you had this house previously in the market, what kind of feedback were you getting?
That they didn't like the outside, and they said it was too overpriced for the area, even though we did, new flooring, new granite, all the upgrades that we felt needed to be done. They still felt that it was a little more money. Okay. But I didn't want to take less than $150,000, so that's where we started.
Okay. So, and I'm going to go over that here in a minute on, what's actually happening in the market and why people were saying what they were. But yet when you go to the grocery store and you find a gallon of milk for $5, and then you go to another grocery store and it's for $2.50 and it's the same exact product, where are you going to buy it?
Well, the cheaper one.
The cheaper one, right? So right now, from what it sounds like is there was a similar product or multiple similar products to yours, and they found a better value, and that's where they were going. Would you agree?
Yeah.
Okay.
The one you're going to look for is not in there.
So here's the comparables that you're going to be competing with in the market. So you can see that there's 4 properties that are in the market that you're competing with right now that are active. Okay. And the key here that I want you to really focus in on is not so much the price, because the price isn't what we're really concerned with. What we're more concerned with is the price per square foot. And you can see that the lowest price per square foot on the actives is 67, with the highest being 76. Okay. Now, it's great to see what the active ones are going for, yet the more important ones and what appraisers are going to be using and what the buyers are going to be comparing our home to is to what's actually sold. Okay. And you can see in the last 6 months that there's been 4 properties that's sold on the market. Again, we don't want to worry about the sold price. What we want to do is look at what the price per square foot is on these homes. Now, this paints a whole different picture. You can see that the lowest price per square foot is $70.29, with the highest being $88.34. So what does that tell you compared to what is on the market right now?
Well, it looks like they're all higher on the price per square
They're all
foot.
higher, right?
Well, the two of the ones that I sold for $3 less. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
But for overall, the average price per square foot is
It's not.
78, and this is
Right.
71, and the majority of these are higher. So why do you think that they would sell for a higher price per square foot?
I don't know. You tell me. I mean,
Okay.
It's
So
it's a good question.
it absolutely is.
I mean, are these the si- I don't know. Are these the same? I mean, they're about the same size.
All right. And again, size doesn't matter. What matters is the price per square foot, right? So here are the comparables that actually sold. And I'm going to let you look at them and see what upgrades they've done and see the condition of the property. And then you're going to look at the location and see if all of that makes an impact on the price per square foot. Okay? So here are the ones that actually sold. Now, one of the properties in there is the one that we actually sold on Havendale. And that property, we actually sold it in multiple offers. And it was only on the market for 29 days. Okay. And if you look at this report, you can see that the property sold anywhere from 29 days in the market up to 72. So we had the lowest time on the market. And that's because we really take a lot of pride in our photography and our staging consultation that we provide ahead of time. And with that, we're able to get our homes sold quicker and for more amount of money. Now, this home had a few improvements, yet it not comparable to what everything else in the area had. Yet you could see that it sold for $140,000. It was the second highest sold comp out of everything that was there, right? Now, the key to this is that, the price per square foot, it is lower. And yet the reason for that is they had a lot of features that the buyers may not want. They also, it was a 3-level split versus a 4-level split, which some of the buyers are going to want that extra space, right? But they had the granite countertops, they had the updated kitchen, they had the newer roof, the newer windows, updated bath, all of that stuff. Yet they were competing against properties that were investor flips where everything was redone. So if you were a buyer and you had a home that was lived in with some updates or one with everything being updated, which one would you go for?
I mean, I don't want to move into a house and have to do anything to it. So something that's pretty much
Right.
done.
So these two properties here, you can see that they were done by investors who redid everything, gutted the house and completely redone them, and that's why they sold for more. Yet the homes with some improvements and not everything being improved, you can see they sold for a similar price per square foot, right? Okay. So if we're looking at yours and where you expired out at, it was $145,000. You expired out at $72.79. Now, if we were to price it to market value, which is what we did here when we sold it at multiple offers and it sold over asking price. Now, you know what happened with that one? Was we actually sold it over asking price, and when the appraisal came back, it actually only appraised for $140,000, right where we listed it. So, when we're doing this research and we're pricing a property, we're really good at it because we know how the appraisers are thinking and we're going to price it the same way. Now, you don't want to have false expectations of what your home's going to sell for, right?
No, absolutely not.
Well, see, that's why it's important that we price it to market value. When we price it to market value, your home sells quicker and for more money. Do you see that?
Right.
Okay. So when we're looking at your property, and if we priced the market value, you'd be right at that 140 mark. Now, let me tell you, by pricing it at the 140 mark, you're going to maximize the amount of money that you're going to net. And do you understand why that would be?
The other one appraised for 140, and it's very similar. So we're not going to be able to get, even if we sold it for 145 or 148, if it only appraises for 140, that's all we're going to be able to get.
Right. And the more time you spend on the market at a higher price and not selling it, what's it costing you?
Now we got to pay a mortgage every month.
You got to pay a mortgage, and for the last 155 days, you've been paying on a mortgage on a home that you're trying to sell and that you're not going to be living in. So it already cost you money. And my goal is to not have it cost you any more money and to get you that sale that you're looking for and to put the most amount of money in your pocket. Okay? Now, based on the activity level that's in the market, you could see that there's 44 buyers between 120 and 130. And between 130 and 140, right now there's 6 buyers out there. And between 140 and 150, there's only 2. Now, where would you want to price yourself so that you can maximize that the activity?
Where there's naturally where there's
Between
more
one-
buyers.
Yeah, well, the one that's at the 6 is the price point that I want to be at, so I would want to
Okay.
be.
So by pricing it right at the 140, at 139.9, we're going to maximize on the number of buyers that are going to come through. The price point below has 40 some buyers in it, and the price point above only has 2. But if we're right in the middle, more than likely we're going to attract people from both price points. And we do want the most amount of traffic through here, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Right? You want the best opportunity at selling it for the most amount of money. If we sold it over asking price, we're going to take a risk and we're going to accept a higher offer just to see if it may appraise and get you a little bit more. Is that okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So would you agree that your home right now, based on the comparables of what's happening in the market, that the value would probably be right around 139.9?
Yeah, I really like the 145 price though, but
Sure. And just like, that milk example that I gave you, where would you go to buy the home? And the buyers are looking at the same exact thing. They're comparing your home to everything that's else on the market. And, the good thing is I actually brought all of the active properties too, so you can see what you're competing with. And these comparables have new vinyl siding, new roof, new furnace, and everything that I've highlighted for you. So you're competing with these. And the thing that's going to hurt you is they're actually priced below you. So do you want to take an opportunity at potentially losing more money by spending more time on money or on the market, or would you rather price it right so that you can maximize that? Because you can see these have already been on the market for some time now. Here's 206 days, here's 87 days, here's 54 days. And when we looked at these comparables, the highest that anything took to sell was 72 days. So obviously, buyers aren't seeing a value here. Now, that was the same case when you expired out, that they weren't seeing a value. And would you like the buyers to see a value or not see a value?
to see a value.
To see a value, right. So let's talk about how we're going to help you show buyers the value of your home. So this is our customized marketing plan for your property. And what we provide is once you've decided to do business with us, which we're going to make a decision at the end of this meeting, then we could provide our professional stager to come out and do a consultation. And she's going to go through the entire home room by room with you and give you a detailed report of what she would recommend as far as what items to declutter, where to move furniture so that we can maximize on the size of it. She may also give you some suggestions on changing wall color or carpet or something that's going to cause your home to sell.
Mm-hmm.
And all I'm going to ask is that you be 100% open to what she has to say. Because we have a proven record that when we work together with the stager and our photographer, that your home sells quicker and for more money. And that is your goal, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So once the staging consultation is done, she'll provide that report within 24 hours. Once that report's obtained by you, I'll give you a call and we'll go through it together and see, okay, what items are you going to do? And then we're going to make a decision on how long you think it's going to take you to complete that item. You know, what we typically tell our sellers is that you want to try to get it done within a week or two. If you're going longer than 2 weeks, just like the stock market, the market changes in real estate every day. And if we're going to go past the 2-week mark, we may have to revisit the price on your home because it may have gone down. And I don't think you want to do that right off the bat, do you?
No.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
So you see the importance of getting your home ready for us as quick as possible.
Mhm.
Okay. Then once we're going to have a coming soon sign out here. We're going to start marketing your home with a yard sign. We create the marketing brochures. We do a lot on social media. As soon as your property goes live on the market, we put it on the Facebook. It's out on social media. We do paid boost ads every week whenever we're doing open houses on your property. And the reason for that is we do it based on demographics, potential buyers who are looking for homes in your area based on their real estate searches on their own internet browsers. Now, let me ask you, what's the last thing you searched for online?
Last thing I searched for online, pistols.
Pistols.
Yeah.
So every other website that you went to, did you see ads for pistols?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, you know, the same exact way those web browsers are selling those ads to those companies,
Yeah.
we're buying those ads from Facebook so that any one of our Facebook users that are going out there in the market that are looking for homes, we're buying those saying that, look, we want our ad to show up every time, and it's going to be a picture of your home for people looking for a home in Brook Park within the certain demographics that we're going to put out there.
Okay.
Now, you do want the most exposure, right?
Yeah.
So you're okay with a picture of your home being on Facebook?
Oh yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Then we're going to obtain what we call a seller says, and this is everything that you love about the home, everything you love about the area, your favorite restaurant, your favorite grocery stores.
Mhm.
This is your opportunity to emotionally sell a potential buyer on the same exact things that you fell in love with this home and the things that you enjoyed in this home. We want to be able to have a buyer relate to you.
Mhm.
Then we're going to obtain the utility information for the last 12 months. See, buyers have become very price conscious of what it's going to cost them to live in a home. Well, we're proactive about that. We supply that information online on the MLS so the buyers and their agents can provide that for the buyers on what it's going to cost based on the amount of people that live in this home and the average temperatures that you keep.
Mhm.
Best case, worst case scenario.
Okay.
Do you see how this information is very useful to the consumer?
Yeah.
Okay. The week that we go live, we're going to be syndicated on over 200 websites. We want to make sure we give you exposure on every possible website out there. And with Keller Williams, that's what we're able to provide. Then we go live on social media. And with social media, you're going to be out there to 126,000 Keller Williams agents out there that are linked to us via Facebook. And it's also going to go out to the rest of the public. Again, maximizing your exposure. Your YouTube video goes live. We call prospective buyers around your home. And again, I'm going to ask you permission for this. What we do is we're going to personally invite 100 homes around your home. We're going to have nosy neighbors anyways that want to come see your home. And what we're doing is we're going to call them and invite them to the first and second open house because we want to drive the activity to the home. That way, whenever the 3 or 4 potential buyers are actually coming through and they see 15 to 20 people in the home, they're going to get excited and they're going to want to write an offer right away. So that's going to cause your home to sell quicker.
Right. Sure.
Okay. Then your listing storyboard goes live, and then we do an opens that very first Sunday and the second Sunday, 2 Sundays back to back, and after that it's once a month. And then every 2 weeks we're going to provide you with an updated CMA so that you can see exactly what's happening in the market to see if there's any new competing properties so that you can outpace the market, or if anything that's sold that has caused the home value to drop. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So after this presentation, do you believe that we have a marketing plan that's going to cause your home to sell?
Yeah, I don't think our last agent had anything quite like that.
Okay. And do you agree that the price point of the market right now has been established by the sold comps?
I would have to say, yeah. What do you think?
I mean, we still wanted to be at $150,000, so we spent all the money getting it updated, and I get the comps, but I still think our house is better than most of these.
Sure. And yet, even at the 145 when you expired out, the buyers didn't see the value, right? So let's go back to the grocery store. Let's say that milk carton had balloons on it and had parachuters flying out, and they had a little zoo with monkeys jumping around left and right. Would you take your kids there and go buy that $5 milk, or would you just take them there to go look at it and then you'd go buy that $2.50?
Probably still buy the $2.50.
Right. So you see what's happening?
Yeah.
Okay. So are you ready to sign the papers?
Sure.
Good. Yeah. I'm not sure how you turn that.